Generative AI is a cutting-edge technology and has transcended the boundaries of traditional journalism and is now reshaping the way news is created and disseminated. This revolutionary subset of artificial intelligence has the power to transform the field of journalism by assisting journalists and content creators in generating news articles, reports, and engaging stories. Let's picture this. A virtual collaborator that can sift through vast amounts of data, extract crucial information, and craft news articles with speed and accuracy. Generative AI isn't here to replace the essential role of human journalists, but rather to enhance their capabilities and streamline the news creation process. It can help journalists keep up with the constant flow of information, enabling them to break news faster and deliver content that is relevant and compelling, as displayed by the following infographic. Journalists have often been faced with the pressures of writing at a fast pace, and Vassilis lets us know his views on how AI has benefited from this journalistic development.
I would say that it's a combination of various algorithmic technologies that may have played a role, and under certain conditions you can call them AI. So for example, if you look at companies like Google and Android phones and the way they recommend certain pieces of news articles on your phone. So this algorithmic mediation, the sort of customization of news is something that AI can be credited for.
Image generating no longer requires extensive subscriptions to stock image providers or abiding by rigorous legal procedures, as AI image generators allow journalists more time to work on other crucial areas. However, Vassilis explains the significant downside to counter the positive aspects.
Contemporary text generating applications of AI boost the speed of the writing process. So if you have a few ideas, you can jot them down very quickly, and then AI can produce readable text.
Vassilis warns of the media industry's adoption of an increasingly robotic writing style and clickbait-oriented headlines to generate algorithmic audience interaction, and what this means in terms of AI's potential.
Articles that are using this kind of language are more easy to be picked up by the algorithm and be promoted more easily, and because they have this attractive interface, they are actually read, so they contribute to this sort of algorithmic confirmation bias.
AI ethics are a significant talking point at the moment. An investigation into how Kenyan workers were employed by OpenAI for less than $2 an hour to make ChatGPT less toxic occurred earlier this year. Vassilis warns of how exploitative AI can potentially be in less affluent nations.
I wouldn't say there are job losses. I would say there are many job opportunities, but these opportunities might be undesired ones and might lead to a vast gap, a vast pay gap in terms of international dynamics of workplace conditions.
Along with AI experts, many third parties within the education and humanities environment are worried about how it may influence essay writing and thus the future generation of journalists.
The fact that, more generally, I think, it has, we're kind of feeling that it's the enemy at the moment, but I do feel that in time, we'll recognise that it could be very useful.
We've taken a look at the criticism of AI in journalism, and now Prekshana will take a look at a journalist who has first-hand experience with utilising AI, former BBC journalist of 16 years and newly appointed AI editor at Tom's Guide, Ryan Morrison.
Ryan also informs us of which programs are most frequently used by a heavy journalistic user of AI.
Really until generative AI through ChatGPT and the like, that we've started to see it really influence journalism. So I have colleagues that work for, or used to work for, high-profile traditional journalism publications. I won't name them, but they make very heavy use of AI in the story selection process. How I use it all the time. I absolutely love using AI, but mainly in a personal perspective.
There has been a lot of skepticism and fear from the public and a vast range of journalists regarding the potential of mass job cuts and relatively small news teams being even further reduced.
The incentive to pay a human to create a story when you can just have AI churn it out for next to nothing is going to go away. The real art of journalism will be in the original.
Major corporations adopting AI, there are questions prominently being asked about whether through legal procedures relating to AI should be in place to ensure ethical practice.
There's going to need to be a lot of legal and regulatory requirements in place. I imagine the various bodies, including Ofcom, are going to have to review how AI is used within the journalism process. Men tend to be more likely to adopt something early on, tend to be more likely, and this is very generalized, tend to be more keen to throw their hat in and give something a go to see how it gets on.
Last month was the world's first government-organized 2-day AI Safety Summit in the UK.
The focus of the AI Summit seems to be on what happens in the far future rather than what's happening today, and that's a mistake.
Generative AI has wholly revolutionized the world of journalism. In an era where news evolves faster than ever, AI steps in to make the lives of journalists easier and news delivery quicker. But let's be clear, AI doesn't replace the creativity and intuition of journalists. It's not here to steal their jobs, but rather to enhance their capabilities. It helps journalists churn out quality stories efficiently, allowing them more time for in-depth analysis and fresh perspectives. It's like having your cake and eating it too.
As we charge forward in this digital age, generative AI will keep evolving, promising to make journalism more accessible and impactful. It's an exciting partnership between human brilliance and artificial intelligence, ensuring that journalism remains a vibrant pillar of our information-driven society. We hope this video has given you a better understanding of the potential benefits and risks of generative AI for journalism.